In today's episode,
a flag will be stolen, a Daewoo Matiz will be dropped, and hands will be clapped.
Give donuts.
Ever wondered how sausages are made? Well, it is a bit complicated, but you need two things: a rotary engine and a lot of fuel. This video had the title Mazda Rx8 Scream, but it's not what you think. In corners, power doesn't matter that much. On straights, that's a completely different story. Check out the speed difference between a 240 horsepower Honda S2000 and a 720 horsepower McLaren 720S. The blown diffuser is an invention perfected by Red Bull Racing during the V8 era of Formula 1. It was using exhaust gases to generate even more downforce with the rear diffuser. In fact, you could not only see how much faster the Red Bull car was, but also hear it. Here are other teams with not highly developed blown diffusers. And here is the Red Bull. Dear Americans, you don't need a pickup truck unless it's meant for a very specific job. In Europe, we have invented something called the Workvan. And don't worry, you can still have fun with it. Embrace Workvans, reject pickup trucks. What if car thieves had unlimited budget? Well, in that case, we would be pretty much doomed. Check out what tools towing companies in Tel Aviv have. Nothing can stop them from towing away your car. A easy way to tell whether a car is front-wheel drive in an acceleration video is to simply look at the dials. For a high-power front-wheel drive car, wheel spin is almost unavoidable, especially at launch. Look at the speedometer dial climbing quickly, but only starting to move like it should at around 90 km an hour. .300 horsepower and rear-wheel drive is not the best combination for young drivers. Conclusion? Miatas are better than 350Zs, at least for the start. You've seen Vtec in a Honda Civic, NSX and other Honda cars. But did you know that there is a bike with Vtec? This is the Honda VFR800. In this bike, Vtec kicks in above 7,000 RPMs, and if you listen closely, you can hear it. What if life is really a simulation and the Assetto Corsa cruising servers are actually happening in real life? If you really want, you can have a Guinness World Record for almost any activity. In this case, Terry Grant set a world record for most consecutive donuts in an electric car on ice. Maybe we should attempt the same, but in a Miata.
The car just cut out.
'69, Terry Grant. You are the new Guinness World Records title holder for the most consecutive donuts in an electric vehicle on ice.
Miata Bodykits are getting out of hand. This is the Tipo 184. It is a kit car that uses a single second generation Mazda Miata dyno car to create a 30th Grand Prix inspired race car. The kit costs around 20,000 British pounds and it takes around 100 hours to build this. The result? 300 kilograms less than the already lightweight Miata, and a very cool looking and unique kit car. If you are already tall, I have bad news for you, since the maximum height allowed in this car is 6'3". The longer I watched this Daewoo Matiz backing out of the garage, the more I was confused on what is going on. Just wait for it. What happens if an internal combustion engine decides to no longer combust internally? Well, this is not what you think. It's not a sign that we have a new pope. Inside this building, a diesel engine is being pushed beyond its limit. The result? Take a look for yourself. Sometimes it takes a simple video like this to feel motivated about your YouTube channel again. Just imagine you and your buddies leaving the car meet like this. No scientist can explain why car guys get excited about something that sounds like a lawnmower. I personally am one of the humans that enjoys the brap brap of a Wankel engine. I absolutely love hood exhausts. That's it. Tuning a car on the dyno is not always easy, but if done right, it can simulate actual road conditions pretty accurately. Here is what happens when the dyno is not set up correctly to a Miata making over 300 horsepower. Everybody's getting excited about flying cars, but nobody cares about driving planes. The last sentence made no sense, but those guys built a custom Plymouth truck that borrowed a lot of components from an airplane. Things like the 7-cylinder Radial engine, position lights and instrument panel. The steering wheel has also an interesting shape, and intercom headsets are a must, since as you can imagine, it's not the quietest car. I mean plane.
Watch the curb. Hey, I'm NASCAR, dude.
What is the recipe for the longest wheelie? A lot of power, rear-wheel drive, obviously, and a steam tractor. While everyone is drooling over the 2JZ, here is something that makes me personally touch myself at night. A turbocharged 1UZ V8 engine in a Nissan S4T.
Let's go, boys.
You have seen dancing truck beds, all sorts of cars modified to jump around, but you've never seen a limousine with hydraulics. If you think about it, it actually makes sense and could actually prevent the limo from scraping the ground in certain situations. The Wankel engine, also called the rotary engine, is not reliable, but there is a new way to make these engines work at any time.
Yes. Hey. Woohoo!
Here is a V8 Miata trying to do a 0 to 60 pull. A short wheelbase and acceleration runs do not go well together. One of my subscribers took part in something I would like to call classic NASCAR on a budget. Basically a race on a oval circuit that is not laid out with asphalt but simply dirt. Oh, and to keep the costs down, they use a lawnmower.
Thank you so much for watching, and if you want more, check out my second channel. Have a nice day.
That doesn't make sense.